Hi everyone. If you don't recognize me, I'm PlayerUnknown. And if that still doesn't ring any bells, I'm the guy that created the Battle Royale game mode about 6 years ago now as a mod for Arma. And then a few years later, I went on to help make a game called PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or PUBG. Earlier this week, I announced my departure from PUBG Studios. And today, I want to speak about what's next for me and my team. But before I start, I just want to take a minute and thank all the players and developers that have elevated a simple game mode into a genre of amazing games. Your imagination and innovation are inspiring to me. Thank you all. If you weren't aware, I started out making games as a modder. And actually, that's where I fell back in love with gaming, getting lost in the open fields of Chernarus. Since then, I've held this deep fascination with sandbox-style open-world games and the freedoms that they give their players. But I always just wish they were a bit bigger. So that's our mission as a studio. We want to create realistic sandbox worlds on a scale that's seldom attempted. Worlds hundreds of kilometers across with thousands of players interacting, exploring, and creating. I'm humbly following in the footsteps of so many other great open world developers like Marcus, Gary, Sean, and so many others. And like them, my dream is not to create a game, but rather a world. Now, there are many problems with creating worlds at the scale that I envision, but one of the more significant is that we simply don't have a way to fill these massive spaces with content, assets, game mechanics, locations, and similar things in a reasonable amount of time. Realistic open worlds take a great deal of time and effort to produce, and so this was the first issue that we chose to tackle. The key to making things bigger than humans can create on their own has always been to get machines to pitch in and help. And that's exactly what we've done here. Our machine is a neural network, and our network gives us a way to learn and then generate massive, realistic open worlds at runtime. Or to put it another way, each and every time that you press play. It's this breakthrough that we hope will start pushing video game worlds to the sorts of scale that would lend weight to the idea of, you see that mountain? You can climb it. And coming across a beautiful corner tucked away in a vast wilderness, I think that has real meaning when thousands of players haven't passed that way in the last hour. This is what me and my team have been working on. We're developing this technology required to enable massive scale within open world games. It's been a fascinating project to date, and soon we'll be ready to show off some of what we've achieved. Which brings me to Prologue. As I said, first we need to build out the technology required to generate these vast worlds, the ground on which we'll play, so to speak. Prologue is intended to serve as a simple introduction to an early iteration of our technology and a chance to look at what we've accomplished by leveraging machine learning. In Prologue, you'll need to find your way across a runtime generated wilderness and use found tools and gathered resources to survive on a journey where harsh weather is your constant foe. There will be no guidance, no path for you to follow, just a world, a spot on the map to reach, and the tools needed to get there. We've also decided to release Prologue as a tech demo rather than a complete game, a way for you to experience an early iteration of our terrain generation tool. Our aim with Prologue is to open the door to our studio and to show you what we're working on. And because Prologue is a tech demo, we're going to let you pay what you want for it. If you like what you see, enjoy the experience, and want to support the team, that'll be entirely up to you. This is just the start though, a small glimpse at the technology that will eventually power a much more extensive experience. Prologue is our first step on a multi-year journey towards creating what we hope will be rich and interactive open worlds. Look, I know I've been a little light on details, so to give you more insight into our plans, we've done an in-depth interview with Dean Takahashi, which will be released tomorrow over in VentureBeat. Finally, if after reading that and you think what we're working on sounds interesting, please do drop by our website and check out our career page. So that's all from me today. If you're still here, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Until next time, bye for now.